So if you're thinking about starting a t-shirt business online these days, the good news is there's a ton of options to get this up and running for actually, pretty cheap, if not free in a lot of cases. Now, t-shirt businesses are great because they have kind of that cool, funny aspect to it. So you could really save on your Facebook advertising dollars if you can kind of get that design that gets a lot of likes and shares, and kind of get that organic viral traffic going. And the other side of it, obviously, is with so many print-on-demand options out there, you don't have to carry inventory anymore. All you have to do is create a design and load it onto somewhere to sell, and you're up and running. Now, back in the day or a few years ago, Teespring was a huge option and a viable option. A lot of people made a lot of quick money with it because it was a new technology, I guess, or it was a new platform. And so, it kind of created something that had never been seen before in the Facebook marketing world. And I know a lot of people made a lot of money off that right away, and that's great. But nowadays, years down the road, something like Teespring, I'm not saying people out there still can't make money on it, but chances are, for someone new to come in and just start rocking it out with Teespring, it's unlikely because there's so much competition. And quite frankly, if you're familiar with it, it's not the best option. I mean, you're essentially pre-selling, at least in the eyes of the consumer. So they're not really purchasing. They're not getting it, right away, even though there's going to be shipping time. It's the wording on Teespring, and I don't remember exactly what it is something like pre-order now, or, this shirt needs to 10 more sales to tip or whatever. And I don't even know if that's the case anymore, to be honest, but they haven't looked at Teespring in a long time. But, it's got a couple of major flaws. Everything is very similar. It's the same platform for everybody. So if someone's been to Teespring before, they know what Teespring looks like when they're going to purchase a shirt. And B, here's the major flaw. Okay, advertising is only getting more expensive. So a couple of years ago, when Facebook advertising was much cheaper than it is today, and Teespring was kind of a new technology or platform or product, it was great because you could really kind of take advantage of higher margins. And I think even now Teespring has even lowered their margins perhaps. So just another thing to consider. But the point I was trying to make is, as advertising gets more expensive, we're following a trend that's going to continue. Obviously, advertising is only going to get more expensive online. Facebook advertising is only going to get more expensive. So really what we want to be doing now is we want to be starting our business, but we want to be thinking long term. And really the only way to do that is to actually create customers. So when you create a project or a campaign on something like a Teespring, you're not actually creating customers. You're doing kind of a hit and run style marketing, which is not going to last forever because the customers are Teespring's customers. You're not getting access to their emails. You're not able to remarket to them for free. So really, it's just a waste of ad dollars for the most part. What you should be doing is you should be building your brand. And that's where Shopify comes into play. Now, if you're not familiar with Shopify, don't worry. I'll put down below, I'll put a link to a 2-hour tutorial that I put together. And really what it'll do is it'll take you from beginning. I mean, step one, signing up for your free trial of Shopify. So from the beginning, and setting up your store and integrating everything you need and integrating apps that are essential to increase conversions and putting in your Google Analytics and your Facebook tracking pixel. And I even talked to you a little bit about, Facebook marketing and content marketing, how it can set your brand apart and all that good stuff. Once again, it's totally free, 2-hour tutorial. I'll put the link to that down below for you. But once you get your Shopify store up and running, you have some options here as far as creating your print-on-demand t-shirt store. Now, once again, the most important thing about this is your store. This is your brand. And if you are just coming to the channel for the first time, this store is a store that I set up just for training purposes. I run a couple of different things for training, but one thing I run is what we call the Beginners Mastermind group. And it's a membership community, but it's all about teaching beginners and intermediates the basics and beyond of internet marketing, getting started, whether you're a blogger, whether you're in e-commerce, whether you're a small business who, is trying to figure out how to market your business. If you're interested in Facebook advertising and Facebook targeting, writing product descriptions, how to increase your chances of going viral. These are all kind of the topics that I cover in Beginner's Mastermind. But the reason that I have this demonstration store is because I don't want to just talk the talk. I want to actually walk the walk and be able to show you and demonstrate exactly what you need to be doing. So once you get your Shopify store set up and running, we can create our brand. We can capture emails. We can remarket. We can create a customer base. And that's where all the value of your store is going to come in. Yeah, you're going to profit as you sell things, over the years. But really, the true value is going to be, if you ever want to sell your brand for, multiples of what you make in a year, or if you want to ever hit that, whatever your threshold goal is, the best way to do that is to actually build a brand and then someday sell it. So the one thing I want to talk about specifically, though, to get back to it, is this t-shirt app, this Kite print on demand t-shirt app that's right in Shopify. And you can get this just by visiting the Shopify app store, and this app is totally free. And this is kind of a mock-up right here of a t-shirt that I did just for demonstration purposes, how easy it is. And this is not just t-shirts. You can do cell phone cases, tote bags, pillows, beach towels, all kind of stuff. And it's really cool. So let's just run through a quick demonstration of how this is going to work. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to find you don't want to just start throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. You want to increase your chances. Now, of course, there are no guarantees, but what you want to do is you want to increase your chances of being successful right out of the gate. So the first thing you want to do is go kind of find ideas as to what sort of t-shirts might be selling. So the easiest way to do this, there's a number of different tactics, but the easiest way to do this is to go over to something like Pinterest and say t-shirts, Pinterest. Okay. And because what Pinterest is going to do is when you just type that into your Google search bar, they're going to probably return 1,000 ideas about t-shirts on Pinterest. So just go ahead and click on that. Now be careful with copyright issues. You obviously don't want to rip anybody off here, but there's kind of subtle ways to get around this. And then you just kind of see what's trending on Pinterest right now, because these are the t-shirts that are getting attention. So for instance, like this one right here. The first one I see is, wake up, teach kids, be awesome. So that would be something that you could definitely market to teachers or even parents of kids who are in school, because this might make a great gift or something like that. So let's just, for the sake of ease, let's just start with the first one we see here. And you can look down and see all these different examples, whatever sprinkles your donuts. People love this stuff, 66,000 pins. And stuff like that, and you can just live in the dream, and 4,900 pins, and sorry, can't I have to walk my unicorn? Just stuff like that. I mean, just scroll through it and just find a million different ideas. I don't trip. I do random gravity checks. Look at 47,000 people like that or pin that. So I mean, obviously these are how you're going to find t-shirts that are going to do well. And the easiest thing to do is just go after these certain sayings like this. And just like I said, just make sure you're watching out for copyright issues. But for the most part, these people who are doing these shirts like this, they're not trademarking their brand. They're not trademarking their saying. You know what I mean? They're just doing the same thing. They probably, like I said, I'm not giving legal advice here. Consult your lawyer before you do this or whatever. I'm not a lawyer. But you understand what I'm saying here. So, for instance, let's just start with this first one. Say we're going to do this one and we're just going to market to teachers. The easiest thing to do is just go over to Canva. If you're not familiar, Canva is an awesome design software that makes it really easy to create cool designs. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start a new project here. So when you're doing your design for your t-shirt in Canva here, the one thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use custom dimensions, okay? And what they want Kite app is they want 2100 pixels, which is 2100 px by 2400 px, okay, pixels. That's the size of image that they recommend. So just go ahead and use your custom dimensions and start with that size right there, and then just simply hit design. Now, there are options to pay for stuff in Canva, but what we're going to do is we're just going to do what's free here. So And that's the idea. That's what I try to teach. I'm not trying to teach you how to scale your business from $1 million to $10 million a year. I'm trying to teach you how to get started because the potential is out there. But in order for you to be successful online, you need to start and you need to see the money coming in to kind of get the idea, to kind of plant the seed, to prove to you that, yes, you can, in fact, find success online. And so that's kind of my goal. And that's the whole thing I talk about with Beginners Mastermind. I want to help you make your first, whatever, $20,000 or whatever it is that your goal is. And then when it's time for you to scale from $100,000 a year to, $1 million or $1 million a year, maybe we talk a little bit further and do something else, or you go somewhere else as well. But I want to help you get going here. So once again, we're in Canva, which is this free design. We got our pixels set at 2100 by 2400. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to create that Wake Up, Teach Kids, Be Awesome t-shirt as well. So the easiest thing to do with text is just to go over to text here. And what they're going to do is they're going to give you a bunch of kind of formats or templates that are already mocked up, that are already quote unquote professionally designed. So you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about if the fonts are going to look good together. You don't have to worry about if the spacing is going to be good. All you have to do is just simply use what's already been created there. Now, there's going to be paid options as well, but you're going to get a ton of free options as well. And once again, this is just under the text here. So, for instance, it's always best just to keep it pretty simple. Let's see. Find something. Okay, for instance, let's just do this one for the sake of making it super simple. And then you could even go in something like just highlight it and just type over it. And simple as that. Now you have your text ready to go. And if you don't like that one, I mean, you can search a ton of them as well, And the thing is you don't even have to. You can just kind of use these as templates. You don't have to fall right into their predetermined colors or sizes or even layouts necessarily. Like it could be as simple as something like, let's get rid of this here. So you could just simply go ahead and add headings here and just put it wherever you want. You could say, you can move these around. You can say, you want this to be, whatever color you want it to be. If you want to make it bigger or smaller, if you want to change your font. And the cool thing is as you move this around, what it's going to do for you here is it's going to line it up so it's automatically center. See, when you come to center here, it puts this line down the middle. That's what's so awesome about this software. If you go off to the right, it won't. And then you can even center it, and it'll just kind of move it around until these lines line right up, and then that's perfectly centered. And then if you want to add a little bit more text, for instance, let's see. You can either make it the same size or move it down. You can line it up and make sure that way everything's lined up perfectly. And it'll even tell you, see, this shows you that this is a pretty good spacing. Wait, I don't know if you could see that. It might be too hard to see on the screen here. But, you can even, it'll tell you exactly that this is good spacing. Below it, that line appears that you're not too close to it like this. So it's just always going to make sure you have good design. It'll just really make it super easy. But once again, the easiest way to do it is just use one of their predetermined templates there. And you can certainly play around with this more as you look to really hone in on your design here. But just for fun, let's just put this one in here. And if you like these two, but you don't like the bottom one, which is kind of what I'm feeling here, just go ahead and delete that out. And then we'll go over here and then back up to the top. We'll add some text in there. And once again, it's going to tell us exactly where it should be. All right, so once you have your design, or your text the way you want it, you can do a couple of different things. You can just go ahead and create your t-shirt from this point forward. If you want to add a little bit of something to it, what you can do is you can go over to Pixabay here. And this is where you can get free images. And if you type in whatever is related to, your saying or whatever, for instance, if you do teacher and you select, you search, and then if you type in, there's going to be a lot of selections here. You can do all images, you can do just photos. But what happens if you go down here and select vector graphics? You could simply find a graphic that you wanted to add to your t-shirt as well. Now, I don't think I'm going to do it in this case. I don't know if it necessarily applies, but say you wanted to put an apple on the t-shirt as well to symbolize a teacher there. All you would do is just download this, and maybe I'll just do it really quickly. And once again, it's going to be a free download for you, and this is pixabay.com. And then once you go back to your Canva here, all you have to do is click Uploads and upload your own images. And then just upload that image that you just downloaded. It'll take just a second. But once it's ready, you can just click on it and add it right into your design there. So why not? We'll just keep it there. And you can resize it if you want. It makes everything super easy. Okay, so this is our design. So this is going to be our t-shirt here. What you can do now is you're going to want to go ahead and download this. All right. And you're going to want to download this as a PNG file. And if you're a member, I guess, or if you're a paid member of Canva, you can download it in a transparent background, which we're going to need. But I'm going to show you how you can do that for free without purchasing anything. So once you have your design done, just go ahead and click download. And once again, make sure it's in that PNG format. And this is going to be named Wake Up. Maybe that was the first thing we entered in there was the name. So it just automatically named it Wake Up, but that's no problem. Then you're going to go back over to your Shopify store here. And in the Kite app here, you're going to go ahead and add a new image, and we're going to make a brand new t-shirt here. You'll see how easy this is. So click Add New, and then find that file that you just downloaded from Canva, and go ahead and open that up. It'll take just a second to process, but automatically you'll see here it's added in, and you can see that all of our oops. That's what happens if you don't make it transparent background. So I forgot about that. Let's go ahead and make it a transparent background here. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up paint.net. And this is a free editing software. I don't want to say it's similar, but it's the same idea as Photoshop or whatever. And if you have Photoshop, then you're ahead of the game. You probably can skip a couple of these steps. But once again, I'm just trying to show you how to do this without really investing any money. So once again, it's just getpaint.net, and that's how you get this free software. And I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description below for you. So once you got paint.net opened up, just go ahead and load in that image that you downloaded from Canva. And once you have that into your paint.net, what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your tools here, and you're going to select the magic wand. Now what the magic wand is going to do is when you click on the background here, it's going to essentially cut out all the white spots. So just take the magic wand, select on the white background here, and then hit delete. And you can see it's going to take out a lot of the background there. Now what you have to do is if you hit Control Plus, you can actually zoom into your image here to get closer. And what you have to remember to do is take the white background out of the middle of your letters as well. And once again, all you're doing is just clicking on any place where there's white, hit delete. And simple as that. So just get inside all your letters here. This makes it pretty easy as long as your design's pretty simple. You can't get a bunch of gradient in there because it gets a little confused. But as you can see with the vector graphic down here and the text from Canva, no problem at all. All right, looks like we got all the white background deleted, so we'll just go ahead and save this as, and we'll just save it as t-shirt transparent, because that means we've got the transparent background now. And make sure this is once again still as a PNG format. Go ahead and save that. And this is all fine right here. And then once you get that saved, you can go back into your Kite app in your Shopify store. Let's create a new one. And we're going to make that t-shirt transparent. And just go ahead and load that up. Take just a second to process. And now you can see down here, obviously this is not going to look too good on a black t-shirt because we have the black writing. But now you don't have that little white box around it. So that is really cool. Now you can see this can be put onto tank tops, hoodies, zippies, or whatever you call them, cell phone cases, iPad tablet cases, pillows, I don't even know what that is, a magnetic frame, I guess. Just a poster, canvas, just all kinds of stuff, and coffee mugs. And you can automatically push these right to your store. Now, the other thing you can do is, if you don't want to have everything on there, for instance, say you just want to make, let's see, what are we going to make here? Let's say you just want to do a plain t-shirt, okay? So what you would do is you would just go through and take off the everything enabled key, all right? Because you don't want everything enabled. And it depends. If you want to get rid of a couple things, obviously go the other way. If you only want to add a couple of things, disable that first. Let's just do one female t-shirt. Okay, so highlight that. And then what you can do is you go into it and it'll tell you your wholesale pricing down here as well. And we'll have to look at shipping in a second as well, just to keep in mind. But, go under your prices and edit. And you can do this for everything. I mean, if you want to go through it. But obviously we don't want a black t-shirt because it's not going to look good with the writing there. So we want to go ahead and get rid of that. Probably even get rid of like the navy, maybe even this brown we want to get rid of. Just the dark colors that we know is not going to look good. Now, the other thing you can do is you can make the image bigger or smaller. So if you want to make it bigger or smaller. The other thing you can do is you can also reposition it. Now, that was obviously too low. And then once you get it kind of where you think you might want it, what you can do is you can snap it to the center by clicking that one right there, and that'll bring it to the center of the t-shirt. Just like if you wanted to center it up and down, you would click this one up here, and that's going to center it from here to here. So it makes it really super simple. We want it kind of somewhere in that region. Once again, we want to snap it to the center. So that's awesome. So that's pretty much all you need to do to get your t-shirt up and running. Now, right over here, it's going to tell you your shipping prices. So you can either charge shipping on your Shopify store if you want, or the other thing you can do is you can offer free shipping on your Shopify store and just build this into the pricing. So we know our wholesale cost is from $15. The cool thing about this is they're going to let you mark it up as much as you want based on a percentage. So let's mark all these up 80%, okay? And this is going to make the t-shirt $26.99. That gives us a profit of $11.99 per t-shirt. Now, once again, you got to remember that there's going to be $4.90 shipping. So you can either charge $4.95 shipping per t-shirt. And if you do that, you're going to want to look into my video on YouTube that talks about weight-based per item shipping as well. And I'll go ahead and link to that in the description. Or you can, once again, you can just mark this up a little bit more and offer free shipping. So maybe you wouldn't want to do 100, but yeah, look at that. If you mark it up 100%, and it'll give you a retail price of $29.99. That's a $14.99 profit. You can offer free shipping if you'd like, and still make $10 a t-shirt on that. It's just a matter of what you want to do. And once again, you can do this for all the products. You can change them. You can get them the pricing exactly how you want. It's going to tell you different shipping. Like, for instance, I know the pillows like closer to $8 to ship, where the t-shirts are pretty reasonable. And that, that'll be on you. You just decide, what you want to do to price it. I mean, you definitely, leave yourself some margins because hopefully the targeting on this will carry us through and allow us to get some of those margins when you're doing Facebook ads. Anyways, once you're done, just go ahead and save your changes. Go back to your products here, or you could hit back up there as well. And you could enable more and adjust more and modify more if you want. But once you get the ones that you want, all you do is publish your products. So once you hit publish products, it'll take a minute because it's got to generate the product for you, and it's got to do all the variants as well. And it's going to tell you, make a brew and pop back in two. So basically, it's going to take a minute or two to get this image onto all your variants and get the product published on your store, but you don't have to do anything. So what we'll do is we'll pause this right here, and we'll come back in just a few minutes and see what happened. And once it's ready, then you can go over to your products section. And once you go into your products, you can go into the actual product that you just created. And there you go. There's all the variants loaded right up in there as well. The price that you selected earlier is going to be all set. It's got all the sizes ready to go for you and all the images with the different colors. You can make the title whatever you wanted, of course. Change your description just like any other Shopify product. And then make sure you can put it wherever you want. If you want it to go on Facebook, if you want it to go to your online store. I'm going to go ahead and just put this into a collection based on tags, but I'm going to use one that I already have loaded on my store right now. So obviously it would create whatever apparel collection or whatever you want to do. That's up to you. But we'll just go ahead and save this. And then if we go over to the Shopify store really quickly. And I believe I put that in the earrings collection. Okay, here it is. So this is what it looks like. It'll automatically post the featured image there, which looks great. And then when you click on it, you can see just a great, automatically, it has all your styles. If you had multiple styles, it has your sizings. It has all the colors that you selected. And if you select a different color, like you want it to be asphalt, it'll automatically populate the correct image there. So that's super awesome. Just change it. It just makes it really easy. All your variants will be down here. Just really, really cool. As you can see, if you click on it, it'll show the image up there, and just easy as that. Then it's just added to cart, ordered, printed on demand, and shipped. Just like that. Once again, if you're not familiar with Shopify, I'll post the link to the 2-hour tutorial down below, which will show you how to get the whole thing set up. Once again, I'll post all the other relative links down there as well. If you want to get the Paint app, and I'll post a link to Canva and all that good stuff that you need to make this happen. And once again, this is not as easy as going to Teespring, but you got to remember, this is building a brand now. This is building your store. This is building, your customer list. You can collect emails. You can do all the good stuff that you can and want to do with Shopify. And if you're ready to kind of go to that next level, I really invite you to come over and check out Beginner's Mastermind. I'll post a link down below as well to this site. And once again, this is a membership community that I created to get you valuable internet marketing advice, whether you're an e-com, a blogger, a small business owner. I think it's pretty affordable. We got two great options. You can try it for $19.99 a month, or if you go $97 a year, that's like $8 and some change a month. Just a lot of great resources here for you. The problem was I started by creating courses, and I started creating a blogging course, and then I was going to do an e-com course. And I was selling these for like $79, $99, $149 a piece. And it was great. They're pretty easy to sell because you can really target your market. But the problem is when you're just getting started, you don't know what you want to do yet. And beyond that, you need all the basics. All the successful people, they not only know how to do what they're doing, whether it's e-com or whatever, but they also know the basics of SEO and blogging and all that good stuff. So that's So that's why I put this together. I just thought this was a better way to go about teaching. That way I could focus 100% of my efforts of posting all the information, all the tutorials in one spot for one low price. And once again, we had at least 2 pieces of content a week, but a lot of times more. And you can see if you go, for instance, you go over to the e-commerce heading. I'm not sure if I'm logged in right now, so we'll see what happens. Even if you're not logged in, you can come on over and just kind of check it out and see what's available. If you're not logged in, when you try to click on something, it'll give you this error message, for what, and you can get signed up if you want or whatever. But either way, even if you're not logged in, you can come over and check it out if you want. But like, say, for instance, you're interested in e-commerce, and you want to know about Oberlo for doing the drop shipping with AliExpress, or you want to know more about Facebook targeting, or what you want to, kind of my philosophy, or really just the fact of what you need to know to be successful in e-commerce. It's all there. We talk about email marketing. And then if you scroll down, how to write product descriptions that drive conversion. Just this is all the kind of stuff that we have in Beginner's Mastermind. And if you scroll to the end here, and this is just the e-commerce, this is a 12-step guide to setting up your Shopify store, including the Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel, all that great stuff. And I mean, we have all kinds of stuff. We have blogging courses as well, in recommended reading. If you kind of want to get inspired, take it to the next level. It's just all right here. If you want to know how to set up a blog step by step, go ahead and go here, and here it is. However many steps to setting up your blog. We have the question and answers if you want to talk about advertising and marketing. Just a lot of great stuff here for you. And once again, I think it's a pretty reasonable price, so I really invite you to come on and check it out. But at the very least, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial about creating the t-shirts business. Once again, this is so much better than your Teesprings, because you're creating a brand, you're creating customers. It's just advertising is only going to get more expensive. Take advantage right now while the time is right. Don't forget the helpful links below, especially if you're new to Shopify. And as always, if you like the content here, at least subscribe to the channel. We put about 2, 3, even sometimes 4 videos a week just like this. To kind of help you out, get you started, and help you to start making money online. All right. Well, once again, my name is Brian Brewer, Madcam Publishing, and of course, Beginner's Mastermind as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.